I'm proud of my father. My father passed away 2 days after my mum's 75th birthday. This was her birthday cake, which was quite a disaster. It wasn't the baker's fault. It was the people who worked for him. Tickled tonsils. I kept asking the young ones here, are you proud of your father? My father has a medal for participating in the war, driving the engines to the supply lines, and I wore it proudly, and I asked the same question to the young ones around me down the road. Tickle my tonsils, tickle your tonsils. Sing hallelujah to the Lord, the Jesus angle. It is at a point that even if an elephant stands on it, eggs don't smash. Meditating on the story of Joseph the dreamer and the interpreter of dreams, of interpreting the dream of the cupbearer and the baker. Joseph rose to be second to none, second only to Pharaoh, and the dream that he had, and it was fulfilled, and there was this grand plan of God where the nation of Israel was birthed in Egypt. Working men, fighting men deal with problems 9 to 5, and I keep saying, I said, you can let these birds fly over your head, but do not let them build a nest. You can let problems pass over, but do not let them settle down and build a nest in your head. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the God of this universe who created you and me, before entering Jerusalem, he cried out, "Oh Jerusalem, like a mother hen, I wish to gather you, all the chickens, all the birds under my wings." Hey, your problems, I have already nailed it to the cross and triumphed and made a spectacle of it. To the principalities, the powers, and the spiritual forces of darkness in the heavenly realms. Dead fish stink unless you roast them, fry them, and give them to the disciples, apostles, as Jesus did to Peter and the apostles who went fishing after he rose from the grave on the banks of the river. And if I meditate on him, the healer, hey, not only who healed diseases but rose people from the grave, and even himself rose physically and bodily from the dead. I strengthened myself in the Lord here, and this is what is the outcome. I bought a few bananas for some of my favorite girls and old girls where Mama lives. After a sumptuous breakfast of appam with chicken stew and Malayali chai, I set out to meet Mama. I also took with me a few bananas. Nothing is more refreshing than the happy giggles of the little one, the children. I bought the Elakai and the Kerala bananas here. The name of the shop was the recipient of the payment I made using the inefficient UPI system we have here. I am paying men, women, whatnot. That I jokingly told the recipients here, hey, I could have the police knocking at my door for paying a woman or even a man in exchange for sexual favors. It tickled their tonsils, and this Kerala banana story is the outcome. COVID may be a dead fish, but its stink still remains. I already conducted an experiment on a dog. Animals do not smoke, And I thought of subjects for this new experiment of using the Kerala banana as a suppository. I know soap suppositories used to be administered to us as children, but the nature of this fruit could also make it an effective suppository for constipation. And since animals do not smoke, it needs to be conducted on human subjects, any research concerned with Hansen's disease or with COVID vaccines or viruses. The subjects need to be chronic smokers with constipation and bleeding stools. Now, since we are in a democracy and all government legislative servants are our servants, I think we should call for volunteers from them. Their children will be proud of them, as it calls, he says, offer your bodies as a living sacrifice. I think the chief proctologist needs to spearhead this study. There is no risk to human life, as it is completely natural. Besides, the anal sphincter is supplied with a lot of nerve endings where the first urge for defecation occurs. Who knows, they may even enjoy doing this experiment and the world at large will benefit from it. क्या बोलता है तू? आता है क्या खंडाला? Children, be bold and be proud of your fathers.